Now I would like to call upon our next speaker, the candidate, Jeanette Aldros. Jeanette is a lawyer. She has graduated from the United Kingdom and she is practicing as a lawyer. Well, it is a big sacrifice on her part to come out and stand under our NSP banner. Believe me, this is a big sacrifice for a practicing lawyer, right? And I hope that, again, you would give her the same support as you would have given any of our candidates. Jeanette.
Hello, everybody. I am Jeanette Chong Aroldos, and I'm the candidate for Mountbatten. May I know if there are any Mountbatten residents here? Hello? Okay, but dear fellow Singaporeans, as you all know, I am a practicing lawyer with over 20 years of legal experience. I run a successful law firm. I am happily married, and I have 4 children. I was very aware that I risked all of this by standing here. But the more I witnessed firsthand how crowded our private and common spaces have become, the more I became affected by the relentless rising cost of living, the more I realized how disconnected from Singapore our young ones have become, and the more I considered the effects that policies of the PAP-led government had on people, policies which created heartaches and hardships for many of us, I had to stand up. Since our last general elections, 2006, the cost of everything has gone up. Petrol, public transport, tuition fees in our tertiary education, postage, night parking charges, ERP, premiums for MediShield and ElderShield, fees in polyclinics and public hospitals, rentals of office, shop, market, hawker stalls, everything has gone up. In their worldwide cost of living survey, Mercer has ranked Singapore as the 11th costliest country in the world. But companies like Singapore Power, SBS, SMRT, companies which provide our country with essentials like utilities and transport, which are in essence monopolies, the profits of these companies go up year on year. Last month, SP Services announced that electricity will increase starting from 1st April. Now, in the same report, it was stated that the government has taken steps to keep inflation in check by persuading hawkers to refrain from increasing prices. Recently, MPs have been going around hawker centers and coffee shops asking stallholders to be part of the Retail Price Watch Group. They have asked them to promise to maintain their prices. The Retail Price Watch Group said that they were encouraged to see these businesses taking the trouble to help Singaporeans mitigate their increase in prices. 4 days ago, Miss Tin Pei Ling, member of the GRC team of Marine Parade, announced to the media that she has spoken to the McPherson Merchants Association on the matter of rising costs, and that the merchants of Macpherson have promised to keep prices stable for the next 6 months. Ms. Tin said she hoped the move would help residents cope with the rising cost of living. Okay. Now bear with me, I'm coming to a point. Just 2 days ago, I read a letter to a newspaper written by a person who was talking about his friend who owns a food stall in Old Airport Road Hawker Centre. The National Environment Agency, NEA, had raised the rent of his friend's stall by 35%, with effect from 1st April. Unhappy with the 35% increase in rent, his friend went to see his MP, Mr. Lim Biao Chuan. The good Mr. Lim Biao Chuan duly wrote an appeal letter to NEA, but NEA rejected the appeal. NEA said that the rent increase was justified because it was in line with prevailing economic conditions. So it seems that the ruling party and the agencies that work under them are at cross purposes. On one hand, we have MPs talking to merchants and associations to keep prices down, and MPs writing letters of appeal to reconsider price increases of stall rentals. While on the other hand, you see agencies wanting to raise the rental of stalls to be in line with prevailing economic conditions. How can a stallholder or shopkeeper maintain his price with such increase in rentals and not pass the increase to his customers? So, coming back to Ms. Tin Pei Ling, her well-meaning efforts to rally a pledge from merchants and hawkers of Macpherson to freeze prices for the next 6 months. Did Ms. Tin remember to ask NEA not to increase rent for these stalls? If Ms. Tin Pei Ling did not remember to do that, then the NEA can always raise rent at any time on the basis that they have to stay in line with prevailing economic conditions. Then these will leave the merchants of Macpherson with a dilemma. Will they break their pledge to Ms. Tin or absorb the increase in rent, thereby taking on for themselves the burden of the rising costs? So these are questions. It is for all these reasons that there must be more opposition in Parliament. To ask the hard questions, to ensure that the government will work for the people and not the other way around. Dear voters of Mountbatten, this is a time like never before. 这个大选是很宝贵的机会. For the first time in 20 years, you are now able to vote. You have not been able to vote for the last 20 years because of the GRC system, which has denied your right to vote, your right to choose. But now you have a choice. Now you have the power to make things right for yourself and your loved ones. Now you have the power to say, enough is enough. If elected, I promise that I will be your voice in Parliament. To act as a check and balance to the government, to call for transparency, and to hold the government accountable for good governance. 把我进入国会里面 send me into parliament, so that at last we Singaporeans will have a say over issues that affect us all. At last, we shall have a real stake in how our country is run and in how our future will be. A vote for me is a vote for change. Vote for your future. Vote for your loved ones. Vote for Mountbatten and vote for Singapore. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeanette. Well, Jeanette has said that the people of Mountbatten did not have a chance to vote for 20 over years because of the GRC system. Is the GRC system fair? If it is fair, as what the PAP say, let's hold a national referendum and let the people decide. Shall we have GRCs? All right. I would like to call upon the next speaker now. He is none other than Seah, who is contesting in the Tampines GRC. Mr. Seah has made a lot of contribution in the Malay community services, in community service. All right? He is a graduate from the NUS in political science and Malay studies. He is now the regional manager of a very big private enterprise. Now, I shall not waste time and call upon Mr. Seah.
Friends, Marine Paraders, Singaporeans. Just now, Kwan Yu Keng told me, we are running out of time. I don't know what to say actually. But, you see now he told me to take my time. But, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do, and I hope you will do as I do. Simple. All of us like money. On the 1st of May, I'm going to take the money and enjoy it. On the 7th of May, I am going to vote NSP for Marine Parade GRC. I am not Lan So Huaing because I stay in Marine Parade. Although I don't know some far away in Chai Chee area. Don't know how they gerrymander the area until I become Marine Parader. It's fine. They have 2 votes from my household. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be standing in Tampines. That one is another story, okay? But today, I will do justice. I mean, Jeanette is a lawyer, but I'm more than her. I'm a justice. I will do justice. And I will tell you why NSP has chosen the 5 people for Marine Parade GRC. This is my observation. My personal observation, you can share with me, the party can share with me, but this is strictly my personal observation. Later I can now from Sebastian too, I don't know what to say. Huh? First, we have a senior minister who earns million dollar. If he is out, the government saves million dollars. Because we have a capable person in the nature of Mr. Chiu Chai Chen. He is not anyhow. Not 随便的人啊. 他是 former MP for Nee Soon. He has the experience. Over the years, I have seen how Mr. Chiu Chai Chen has grown in confidence. Last time, PAP, don't know what, 70, 80 something. Huh? Every time see opposition members, clap, laugh. But now, if you brought a lot of opposition to parliament, they will shut up. They will shut up and hang their heads low. Then, we have Mr. Ivan Tiong. Oh, Ivan Tiong. No lah. You must, Ivan Yo. Okay, fine. Ivan Yo. The thing about Ivan Yo is that he's very dedicated, but he's very quiet. See? And when I discover that he is actually quite mature, although 还是很年轻啊。boleh lah，我们是新加坡人吗？对不对？ So Mr. Ivan Yo， 好了。Okay, Mr. Ivan Yo is new as a candidate, but I think he is as capable as somebody else across, the Marine Parade, Goh Chok Tong, keep inside his fortress. Don't know who. And then again, we have, who else we have? We have Spencer. Now Spencer, I think I'm the same age as Spencer, but I look way older than Spencer. He look very much younger than me, and he's more capable than me. I'm just a project manager. He's project director. So doesn't mean young person not talented, no. Then you have Salim. Now Salim got a track record. Okay, don't say he don't have track record. When they say he went over to hood Mr. Lee Hsien Loong, I don't think he's a suicide squad. Because a suicide squad, you go there, bomb yourself, die. He came back alive. And he humbled Lee Hsien Loong to 66.6. How can we not remember 666? So I think this time round, this group is not suicide bombers. They are here for the kill. Quote unquote, okay, quote unquote. And Salim has another thing, a killer smile. And next, this one is truly unexpected. Okay, when I see her for the first time, I look at this tabor. Wow, not bad, but sekali bimbo how? The press conference that we had last week, I shamed myself. I hang myself low. I say, alamak, this is not a bimbo. This is super. No, she's a very shy young girl. It's okay. For somebody so mature, so intelligent, and okay lah, beautiful a bit lah. I think you should give your support. Actually, the other day, I was walking around. One old man came and tell me, hey Shafarin, these PAP people always talk about young blood. How come they have still quite not so young people in Marine Parade GRC? We give you young blood. We give you the youngest blood in this election. Okay, now I really don't know what to say. I say my piece already. Kwan Yu Keng, thank you very much.
Terima kasih Encik Safarin. Sama-sama. Yep. Not to give up, all right? He will continue to work hard as if his brother has not passed away. This is the dedication that Mr. Goh has set for us. Truly exemplary behavior. Now I call upon Mr. Gong Ming Sing.
Thank you. Last election, I started my speech thanking all my supporters and my volunteers here. Without them, we will not be standing on this stage. Unfortunately, my principal election, also my eldest brother, passed away due to fatigue. But I know I have to carry on because it is his last wish that opposition parties like NSP should have more people walking into the parliament. This is the least I can do for my brother to fulfill his last wish. And I hope my fellow volunteers and party supporters, please take care of yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. I cannot afford to lose any one of you anymore. A lot of people ask me, why should NSP contest Marine Parade? Is it because of Ting Pei-Ling? Everybody thought she is the weakest link. I can tell you that's not the case. Who is the weakest link in the Marine Parade? You are right, Goh Chok Tong. Why? Yes, where is our Swiss standard of living? World Cup. Now, Swiss standard of living, we may not have, We still have elderly people pushing their carts every morning, collecting carton boxes, cans, just to make a living. We still have people sitting by the side of coffee shop, hawker center, waiting for us to finish our meals, and they walk up and eat whatever is left over. This is called the Swiss standard of living. Well, we may not have Swiss standard of living, but we have Swiss cost of living. Now, maybe the younger voters do not know what happens in the 1990s. You may be young by then. There's always a saying, if you want to know why certain things happen at present, you have to look into the history. And what will happen in future, you have to look what is happening right now. I will run through a short list of things that Goh Chok Tong, when Goh Chok Tong was a prime minister, what he did to the whole country. Singapore used to be a very good country in the 70s and the 80s. PAP, with due respect to all ministers they have, like Dr. Goh Keng Swee, they are very socialist. They take care of the people. They take care of our jobs. They take care of a cheap roof over our head. And they take care of our health care costs. No one is left to death when they cannot pay for their health care costs, hospital bills. No one will be left to live in Changi Beach if you cannot afford a roof over your head. You can just rent a flat. I come from a poor family. I have 8 brothers and sisters, now short of 1. I live in a 1-room flat. If you do not know what is 1-room flat, there isn't any one. I don't think there is any. There's only 1.5 room flat. 1 room and with a living room. That's it. 10 of us have to sleep in that flat. But at the very least, we have a roof over our heads. And we can carry on, make money, study, and grow up. No one has been left behind in the 70s and 80s. But look at us now. No money, no talk. Why? What went wrong? It started off with the Goh Chok Tong administration. He tried to turn this country into a company. That is why those who are study economics We always call Singapore a Singapore Incorporation. When it becomes a company, what will happen? A company will have to make money. The company will have to peg the salary of the CEOs to the profit margin or the profit. And that is what we're having right now. The focus of this government is no longer you and me. The focus of this government is about GDP growth, so that their minister pay can go higher and higher, from 1 million, 2 million, and now to 3 million. And bonuses, 8 months of bonuses. And this is the cost of the Goh Chok Tong administration, where he said, cast his stone. This is how this country will run. For his generation, for my generation, and for your future generation. Do you want that? No! He started off with asset enhancement, which is actually asset inflation. Imagine my parents in the 1980s only paid $30,000 for a simple 4-room flat. We upgraded from the 70s, from a 1.5-room flat, we upgraded to 4-room flat. $30,000. Paid in full in 5 years, not 30 years. Because with the land reform, Land Acquisition Act is actually a land reform. The government acquired a lot of land from my forefathers and your forefathers at very dirt cheap price. At $1 or 70 cents per square meters is not per square foot. We take it in stride because the nation needs to develop. Our forefathers say, okay, you can take our land, but make sure you take care of us having a roof over our flat, our head. And of course, we expect them to take care of our generations, future generations. What went wrong? After acquiring 80% of our land, this government turned into the company, a monopoly of land. And it started to sell our future generations, our younger generations, at 300,000, 400,000. DBSS actually selling at 400, 500,000 for a simple roof over our head. This is what went wrong. It started off with Goh Chok Tong administration. And ERPs, COEs, also came from Goh administration. Not my administration. I have no relation to Goh Chok Tong, right? It's Goh Chok Tong administration. In the name, they started ERP and COE in the name of controlling the traffic. So we do not have congested traffic. But do we have congested traffic right now? Who should be accountable for that? The road maker. Yes. Because he wanted to make money. It is a revenue mechanism that doesn't work. And the healthcare costs, we have been seeing healthcare subsidies being cut and cut and cut since he comes about. That is why it gives us the fourth cent of affordability. You have to remember this word, 4 cents of affordability. Because if you do not get cash out of your pocket, you thought that it's free, but it is not. It is just like what Mapao Tan says about you do not fork cash to pay for your flat. Is it cheap? It is not. This is the 4 cents of affordability. Healthcare. It started off with MediShield, MediSave, Medicare, MediFund. And it's not enough. And they start to say means testing. That is how they continue cutting the subsidies for our generation and our future generation. Do you want that? No. It started with Goh Chok Tong administration. Of course, the most famous thing that Goh Chok Tong administration have installed is the GST system. You like GST? So you must understand, what we are suffering right now, it is a heritage for the past, which come from Goh Chok Tong administration. Do you want accountability from him? Yes. Do you want to vote for him? No. Do you want to vote him out? Yes. Now, Goh Chok Tong administration, all this is not all. The most important thing that is done to our generation and our future generation is to destroy our social morals. Maybe you do not feel it, but I'll explain why. The GRC system, from 3%, 4%, 5%, up to 6%, the most kiasu prime minister we have. And this is against common sense. When our minorities, like the Malays and Indians, is only 25% or 30%, why should I have 6-man GRCs? It is purely politicking. And this politicking make us lose the morals of this society. And nobody, not everybody, has stood up against it. I cannot stand up against it. Only you, the votes, can make a difference. To tell them, if you want to play this game, you are going to lose 5 MPs together. And one minister all together. Or even 2 ministers. You have to make a stand. It is about time to safeguard our future generation, our future. Now, the worst part is, in 1997, I remember very carefully, the Goh Chok Tong administration uses HDB upgrading as a pork barrel politicking. What does it mean? You want something from me, you have to vote for me. That is against social morals. This is the key. Because you have no social justice, you have no sense of social equality and fairness. The whole generation have lost the social morals because of this politicking. Of course, last but not least, ministerial pay. As I explained, when you run it as a company, the only way to be self-serving is to aim for that GDP growth. Whether you have job or not, it doesn't matter. Do you want to vote for Goh Chok Tong? No. Please vote for my team. Thank you.